Hey Libra. Hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so Spirit is showing me an animation and vision for you, which is going to set the theme for your reading here. But essentially what they're showing me is they brought me into a scene, Libra, where you are standing in a forest. And in this forest, you're standing by a particular tree, which looks pretty tall. It looks like it's kind of a nice day out. It's kind of sunny, okay? But it's really important that you're standing by this tree because, Libra, I'm seeing you looking at this tree, at something specifically. And Spirit is saying, they're saying yellow jackets for someone here. So I don't know if that's like related to the show that's out. So this could be confirmation this is your reading. Or they're saying yellow jackets. I feel like that actually means more than just that, but that's specific to a few people here, okay? But what you're looking at is actually either a yellow jacket nest or specifically what Spirit's saying is a hornet's nest, okay? It's like you're looking at it. And I feel like it's almost like you're trying to riddle something out about this hornet's nest. And as you're doing it, you're kind of like leaning in, as I see you in the scene, you're kind of like leaning in to look at it closer to kind of like figure it out. I don't know if it's like to figure out why it's in this forest or what's happening or why there are so many hornets, but you're kind of looking at it and like really intently. And Spirit is saying here that, Libra, you're standing too close. There's an energy of you're standing too close to it, and that Spirit wants you to get a different perspective or to kind of like almost like zoom out so you can see it more is what I'm hearing, okay? And see like more of it, okay? Because I just don't feel like you're seeing all of it, okay? And there's something about this energy that's coming through is really like, because I was like, well, what is the hornet's nest like represent, Spirit? Like I kind of want to know that. And the kind of like feeling I'm getting is there's something like really, it's not quite irritating, but it's like unsettling. That's the word I'd use. It's like unsettling. There's something unsettling about it and why you keep like peering at it and being like, what's going on, right? Again, you're looking really like inquisitive, like there's an inquisitive look as you're like seeing this hornet's nest. And so that's like one version of this image Spirit is showing me. And then they're clipping to like another version of this same scene where I'm seeing you then trying to contain the hornet's nest. It's almost like you take a container, you're like trying to come at it with a container to actually like contain the, it's like a clear container is what I'm seeing, but trying to come at it so you can like contain the hornet's nest. And Spirit is being very specific here and saying don't. They don't want you to do that. Now, I don't know exactly why. I'm not quite like sure, but we're gonna go a little deeper here because I have some questions about this because I feel like this hornet's nest is important and it represents something here to you. I'm hearing whatever you think it is. Is it? But Spirit wants you to have a new perspective on it. So let's grab another card. Do you want this one? Okay. Here's the tree. Oh my gosh. This is like the tree I'm seeing. I'm like, I can't even believe it. This is exactly what I'm seeing. It's like this oak tree. Cool. It says oak tree. It says power, courage, strength. So I feel like, okay, yeah, there's definitely something here where I feel like you're going through, I don't know, something difficult, and Spirit is definitely trying to infuse this reading with additional like power, courage, and strength for you. I almost wanted to say wattage. Okay, interesting. Yeah, but wanting to like infuse that more for you through this reading, because I feel like whatever you're going through is really difficult here. And it's again, it's almost like the hornet's nest is on this tree and this tree is out in the woods. That's exactly what I'm seeing. I like, this is crazy. Okay, do you want one more? Okay, then one more, hold on. We get one more card here. This card. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so there are two things. So they briefly showed this card. This is we're just gonna put this one back probably, but it says there's clarity on this card. So Spirit is saying like clarity is coming. That feels really, really strong. Like clarity is coming and will come through this situation. It's just not here yet. But I'm also struck by, this is the other card they wanted to pull. It's butterfly. And it's almost like the bush kind of looks like, it looks a bit like this hornet's nest that I'm seeing, which is interesting. But that's how the way Spirit's showing it to me. So it says butterfly, it says transformation, joy, beauty, transience. The part that's really important here is transformation. I feel like there's something that like needs to shift of like how you're looking at this is definitely part of it, but it's even more than that. I feel like you're in a moment of transformation. Yeah, that's what this feels like. You're in a moment of transformation. And I don't know why this hornet's nest is so important, but it feels like you need the additional like power, courage, strength specifically, because I'm also seeing that tarot card in my mind's eye. It's like you kind of need those things as you're going through this transformation. This feels really, yeah, big. And I feel like part of this is confirming, Spirit wanting to confirm that you're actually in the middle of a transformation, but there's something important about like your perspective on this hornet's nest that just, it needs to be talked about during this reading. And again, I don't know what that represents yet. We're gonna get more in just a second. Now, if you feel like this reading resonates for you so far, or this image or the scene we're building, like that's great. Just keep on watching. If for any reason you feel like it doesn't, like no worries at all. Feel free to check out one of the other readings I have up for you for one of your other signs, which may be more emphasized right now. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Cut the deck. All right, they're having me cut the deck. One moment. I feel like this card. Okay, I see that. There's something that's shifting in this energy. There's something that's shifting in this energy. Now, it feels really, it feels like uncomfortable. It feels unsettling. I mean, looking at a hornet's nest is unsettling, right? Like, I don't feel like that's typically a comfortable experience, okay? But there's something about this that feels like it's going to be good on the other side. It's just, I feel like you're not at that part yet. So what's going well? Spirit, can you tell us what's going well for Libra over the next 2 weeks? This card. Okay, King of Cups upright, King of Cups in reverse. Okay, I do feel like there will be an emotional, this is coming through as like an emotional stabilization. An emotional stabilization. So I do feel like that's coming, and it's a similar, it's these two are coming in a little bit paired. It's almost like, it's coming in like stabilizing, like Pentacles and the earth signs, as Pentacles are related to, are very stable. So there's something that's coming in that's saying like this will stabilize. It's just, it definitely, with this King of Cups in reverse, it's not here yet. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is you may be having a lot of emotions right now, or a lot that's coming up for you. It's almost like coming up out of the ocean here, kind of like the fish on this card. It's like coming up to the surface. So I feel like that's part of what's happening right now. So I don't feel like that's a bad thing. The Page of Pentacles is coming out, it's a youthful energy, but it's almost coming through as like inner child parts that are coming up to be seen, okay, or to be reviewed. So that kind of feels a little specific here, but also I feel like that's these two things are linked. So it's almost like you have some like old feelings from long ago, perhaps when you were younger or when you were a child, that are coming up to be healed, or coming up to, again, Spirit keeps saying coming up to be reviewed. Now, I don't know what that means, the full extent of that yet. Okay, can we get one more card? All right, let's get one more card here. So it does feel like there is some stabilization on the other side. This one? It's just not here yet. Yeah, you're not seeing that. Yeah, you're not seeing that, the moon. Okay, and I like this because this is confirming all of what I'm saying. Okay, so the moon is also coming in because this is a card that is linked into Pisces, which we're in Pisces season as I'm recording this. So that makes a lot of sense. This is something that, it's also, the moon speaks to things that you're not seeing. Okay, so I know you're not seeing what the other side of this is going to look like yet, but that's okay. Spirit is trying to say that's perfectly fine. Like, you don't have to, you're not meant to, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that feels strong. The other part is this is coming in linked in with that King of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's connecting the water element here, because the moon does connect into like the water signs. I relate it into Pisces as well as Cancer, because the moon rules Cancer as well. So I relate it to both. But you see how like there's more of these like ocean creatures, like almost like it's a lobster coming up here. It's the same thing. So things are being unearthed right now. Things are coming up for review. I feel like Spirit just wants you to be aware of that, wants to say out loud probably what you're already feeling. There's different, again, feelings. There's probably a lot of emotions going on. It may feel very turbulent right now is what I'm hearing. It may feel a bit mercurial, or like things are all over the place. Like, that's okay. Again, we're also, as I'm recording this, like, we're in Mercury retrograde. So I feel like part of this is natural, normal, but I do feel like Spirit will have some recommendations for this. This deck. Okay, can we get into this a little deeper, Spirit? Let's go deeper, because I want to know, what is this hornet's nest? What has Libra kind of like, I don't know if it's feeling different emotions here, or if it's feeling unsettled, or if it's like trying to lean into this hornet's nest. Like, what is this about? Oh, really strong. Ace of Swords. Oh, Libra, you're getting closer to the truth of something, and I feel like as that's coming up, that's exactly what this is as that's starting to draw closer to your conscious awareness. I feel like it's bringing a level of discomfort, okay? Because I think for you, it's signaling some shifts, some changes, some transformations, like the butterfly, okay? So I do sense a little Scorpio energy here, like the Death Tarot card is present, a little bit of Tower card energy, so both of those. Yeah, it feels like it's signaling, it's almost like heralding a change, and I feel like it's almost like the hornet's nest represents this truth, and it's like you want to see it, but you're kind of like not at the right angle to see it fully, or then you're wanting to like contain it, maybe put the hornet's nest back or get rid of it, and Spirit's like, no, this is actually part of nature here, and actually this was meant to stay. And for whatever reason, I feel like the hornet's nest is a metaphor. I feel like it's for a part of you that makes you uncomfortable, or a truth about yourself that's making you uncomfortable, okay? But it's starting to come up. I'm seeing the sword sort of coming up through the water. I don't know, that's how they're showing it. It's like coming up through the water here, and I feel like, again, it's surfacing. So it's starting to surface. Yeah, Spirit doesn't want you to try to contain this, actually. They're saying don't. This card. Ooh, do you want these two? Queen of Wands, upright, reverse, in reverse. Yeah, you're trying to contain it. So this is coming through as like taking action, almost seemingly as if trying to... I'm going to say it this way. It's almost like trying to repress a part of yourself that just needs to be seen, okay? That needs to be like acknowledged. I keep talking about these like child parts and things coming up. Yeah, things are coming up. So it's almost as if it's coming out of the water right now and rising to the surface, okay? Yeah, I feel like this is related into the eclipse window as well, because the eclipse happened yesterday as of when I'm recording this, which would be 2 days since you're seeing it. But the Virgo eclipse happened, and I just feel like there's something around, that the eclipse and the eclipse window, it feels really important. I feel like you're going to be working through this for actually longer than 2 weeks, is why I was just trying to listen to Spirit, what they're saying. They're saying you're going to be working on this for longer than 2 weeks, but it does feel like there's a big part that surfaces over this next 2 weeks. So that feels really strong here. And again, this is coming through as like, this is coming in layered. It's almost like, again, trying to repress the truth, or repress a part of yourself that needs to be seen, or that's coming up. But I have to be like, I want to be even clearer, because Spirit wants to be clearer, because the moon card's coming out. It's almost like you're trying to repress some part of like something you don't want to see, the moon card, it's something you don't want to see about yourself, which I don't think is probably a bad thing. I think you think it's something really dark and really bad, but the thing is, like, you are good, you always have been, and so is this as well, okay? No matter what it is. And I'm hearing no matter what you've done, okay? Yeah, that's the truth of it, okay? And I feel like it's almost like you've been trying to, I'm getting a sense of like trying to tamp this down somehow, try to like, you know, get rid of the hornet's nest. But Spirit is saying like, you can try to remove this one, but it's going to keep coming back because this is the force, this is nature. Actually, this is a part of life and the ecosystem. And I'm hearing the biosphere. Okay, whatever that means, that feels specific maybe. But yeah, it's just, it's part of it. So Spirit is actually, I feel like there's a recommendation here for you to like, there's some sort of like perspective shift that's needed. So you're able to like actually see this and then to embrace it and integrate it. Okay. Okay, so that all feels strong. This deck? Yes. Okay, yeah, I knew this one was coming. All right. So let's go deeper. Wattage. It's something about a light bulb. I don't know why they said wattage. There was something about power and wattage, and like a light bulb is coming through. Yeah. It's almost like, it's like the aha when you kind of like see it, or it's kind of like when the moon becomes full, or the eclipse moon becomes full. It's almost like that. It's like it finally comes up to the light to be seen. And so I do think it's going to take a lot of, and it is taking a lot of like strength for you to go through this process. But Spirit doesn't want you to like run away from this experience, doesn't want you to like look away either, is what I'm hearing. Wants you to actually see it. Like this Page of Pentacles is looking at the page looking at the Pentacles, right? Wants you to see it, okay? And know that this belongs to this card. Ooh, this card is strong. That's it. This is the recommendation from Spirit. It's surrender. It's surrender to the truth, Libra. Surrender to the truth about yourself. There is a truth that's coming up. Like I said, I do feel like it's something you're like feeling uncomfortable about, but Spirit is saying like, again, this is still a good part of you too. Okay? This is still a good part of you too, no matter what it is. Okay, and so again, there's an element here of wanting to surrender and just embrace it, surrender to seeing it, surrender to it, okay? And this says, trust your higher self. Yeah, and Spirit wants to add here, not only trusting your higher self, that you can handle this and you have the, I'm hearing capacity as part of it to deal with it, to work with it. But I feel like also part of it is you have the, I'm hearing empathy, skills. You have the right conditions for you to move through this right now, actually, like very much so. And Spirit wants to add onto this card to not only trust your higher self, but also trust your spirit team is here guiding you, just like this bird is. They've got you. They're holding you, just like they're holding this person. Okay, and I've never seen this card before. It looks really cool. Cool card, right? I like it. Yeah, but that's it. It's just kind of like surrendering to yourself. Allowing what needs to come up, allowing the truths about yourself to be here, and not trying to like shove them away and push them away, because let's be clear, that action is the reason why you know, our society and our world is the way it is right now. When we push down our perceived darkness, our shadows, the things we don't like about ourselves, that's how we end up in situations and environments like we're in this world right now. Okay, so Spirit is saying like, don't run from the moon is so important here. Okay, don't run from this like perceived darkness, your shadows, okay, that are associated with these very young child parts that have feelings and emotions and have been through a lot, is what I'm hearing. Okay, don't push these down right now. Spirit wants you to allow them to come up and for you to meet them with love, in fact, and to meet them with acceptance. Because again, how we repress and oppress those things is actually how we end up and and feed into the systems of oppression. So it's important that you are seeing yourself. And this does feel like, I'm just going to call it because this is what it feels like. There's a real Scorpio energy here, but it feels like shadow work. It feels like this is part of a shadow work journey or healing journey you're on. This is healing, actually, for you to see this and to acknowledge and embrace it, whatever it may be. For some of you, it may be your queerness. I'm hearing that very strongly, and that's coming out very strongly with this King of Cups. And you see the pride flag on here, so that's coming through. For some of you, it feels like this could be something around like your body. This could be around a specific set of gifts you have. This could be around certain things you need in connections or relationships. It feels like something that like you haven't wanted to admit to yourself or wanted to see about yourself. There's a little bit of Two of Swords energy here. So again, I don't know that this has been fully conscious, but I feel like it's always been there. It almost feels like something that has been latent, has been a little dormant and is ready now for you to see it. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Oh, this is so interesting. Hold on, check this out. So we have this Ten of Wands. It's like the same bird. This is coming through. Okay, this is interesting. I've never read this card this way, but these cards this way. This is coming through as like, it's much harder. Ten of Wands, it's much harder for you to like ignore this truth, actually, to try to contain it, to put it back in the box, put Pandora, back in the box per se, if that's another example coming through. It's just like, this is actually going to create more work, because what is trying to happen is it's trying to like come free, or I'm hearing come loosed. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? I don't know. It's trying to like loosen up and trying to like kind of shift into your awareness. Yeah, Ten of Wands. I feel like this is also coming through as like, but with both of these cards, I'll be honest, it's coming through the way these birds are both carrying something or holding something. Okay, it's coming through as something like, I don't think you've been seeing. It's almost like the birds have been looking straight ahead and haven't seen like this person or whatever's on their back, okay? It's almost like they haven't seen it. But Spirit's wanting you to see this part of yourself now. If that's another example or another way we can look at this card, it's almost like this is the part of yourself that you aren't seeing, okay? If you're both the bird and the human here, okay? It's the part of yourself you haven't been seeing. And Spirit wants you to like, I'm hearing heal through this. Do you want this deck? Okay. This one? Yes. Okay. Let's grab one more card. Do you have any other advice, Spirit, for Libra? Because yeah, this just feels like a moment of surrender. This feels like a moment of allowing the hornet's nest to be, taking a step back and actually looking at it. There's an element here of processing what's metaphorically on your back here, what's been hanging out in your shadow space that you haven't seen. It really is about like coming into an acceptance of the truth of whatever it is that you need or that's been here. Yeah, you see this? Again, another tree. You see this tree? I can't even make these trees out. Like, you see this? It's another tree. Look, trunk. It says stability, loyalty, reliability. I think Spirit also wants to communicate with that stability bit, that like, you are going to be okay. Like, you are going to be fine. You'll make it through this. Like, you have everything you need. You are resourced to do this, and the time is now. But it feels like, I almost feel like there's been a kind of fear here with that moon card as well as this trunk card. There's been a fear of like, this is going to somehow like destabilize you. I don't know if it's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, intellectually, of just like, if I see this truth about myself, it'll just throw everything off. And I feel like Spirit is saying, actually, there's something about this that feels like it will finally all just kind of click and make sense for you. All the things you've been carrying and why it's been so hard is what I'm hearing. Is there's been a critical piece of yourself you haven't been seeing that I feel like explains a lot of, I'm hearing the trauma or the difficult times that you've been through. I feel like is actually linked to this Ace of Swords. So I do feel like there's an element of being freed here when you actually see it, or when you come into a relationship with it, when it's actually acknowledged. Okay. Yep. All right. So I feel like we're at a good place with this reading. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. We're going to go into an extended. All right. So it feels like, all right, we're going to go into an extended. I'm just checking with my Spirit team here. Yeah, we're going to go into an extended. Libra, this feels really transformational. This feels really transformational for you. And there's an element here of just allow it to be. Don't mess with the hornet's nest. Actually take a step back and actually look at its beauty. Okay, remember the hornet's nest here is representing the truth, is that this also fits and also belongs. All right, Libra, so I'm gonna go ahead into the extended. If you wanna know more about that, as well as booking a personal reading with me, all that information's in the description box below, so feel free to check that out. If this was a message that resonated with you, which again, this truth may be starting to like kind of come up. I feel like it kind of hits a crescendo at some point over this next couple of weeks where it starts to become really, really clear what's coming up. But like I said, you may also be coming into this reading with having had this realization. Okay, so this is also confirming that again, this belongs, and this is absolutely fine, and you are good, and you can do this. Okay, but yeah, if you could just like this video, that lets me know if this resonates with you or for you, and if this found you in a timely manner. If you feel like the frequency of this channel really aligns with you, feel free to feel free to subscribe. Why am I saying describe? I feel like I'm still in your reading, Libra. Still like in the energy. We're gonna go right into this extended. I feel like there's still there's so much more Spirit wants to say, so I'm gonna just take that into the extended. But anyway, yeah, feel free to subscribe if you want. But yeah, it's been really great to have you here, Libra. I'm wishing you a lot of like compassion and gentleness as you kind of move through this like shadow piece that's coming up. And just know that you are so good and so lovable and so worthy of love, and like all parts of you are lovable no matter what they are. That's the actual truth of it. So, all right, Libra. Well, I will see you in the extended reading, or if I don't, I'll see you at our next reading. Thanks for joining me. Okay, bye for now.